Precon condo buyers stuck in a no-win situation. I'll get into that and the latest home prices and insights for condos across the GTA for week ending June 19th, 2024. We're often talking about condos and the whole situation and what's going on with these thousands and thousands of condos for sale that nobody's buying. And for a lot of people, it's kind of an abstract situation. I mean, if you're not in it, if you're not buying a condo or somebody in your family hasn't bought a condo, it's kind of like, cool, lots of condos for sale. Oh yeah, they're taking a beating. It really doesn't mean much to you. That could be said about everything. But we're talking about condos right now, and this is a real estate show, so that's what I'm going to get into. I just want to bring it into the fold what many pre-con condo buyers, the difficult decisions they need to make. They've got two choices to make, most of them. Neither one of the choices is actually good. You bought pre-construction 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. The building is ready now. You need to take occupancy or you need to close. You got to take ownership. And the value is much less than what you actually signed on the agreement of purchase and sale. So let's just take an average price of, say, $700,000. You bought a unit, $700,000 4 or 5 years ago. Today, you've got to close on it. Well, chances are in the deferred or the down payment schedule, you've probably put already 20% down. So $700,000 purchase, you've got $140,000 in down payment that you've already paid. And now you need to close. But the value, what other units are selling for, just like yours, selling for $100,000 to $140,000 less. So what do? If you choose to sell it, you're going to lose all your down payment. So there you go. You could walk away. That's it. No mortgage payments, but I've lost $140,000. I've lost $100,000. I've lost my down payment. Or you can close, knowing you're making mortgage payments on something that it's worth far less than what you bought it for. Tough choices. That's if you're going to live in it. A ton of these condos were purchased as investments. And I'm not referring to the big conglomerate companies buying these things up, by the dozens. I mean, just a regular mom and pop. Somebody put a few dollars together and they bought pre-construction thinking they were going to make some money. And their intention was maybe to sell it before they closed. Well, they're in the same situation. If they sell it before they close, if they're allowed, if they're capable even of selling it before they close, because selling on assignment is not an easy thing. So if they're capable of selling it, they know they're going to lose their whole down payment. They might be okay with that. But can you imagine? I'm going to lose my $140,000. You know how long it takes to save that much money? They're going to lose it. Or they can decide, well, let's close, we'll rent it out, and hopefully down the road, sometime prices go back up and we could sell it. Lucky we can break even, or if we wait a little bit longer, we might make a couple bucks. But the choice of renting it means they're not going to be cash flow break even or cash flow positive. With the way that interest rates are today, and the way rents are, you take all that into account. These people that are choosing to rent their units, to close and rent their units, so not only are they closing on something that the value is far less than what they paid, but every single month they're going to be reminded of the pain because they're going to have to top up and pay into this unit $1,000, $2,000, $2,500 a month extra because the rent won't cover mortgage, property tax, insurance. And on top of all that, they're praying every single month that the tenant is taking care of their brand new condo, and the tenant is actually going to be paying the rent and is not going to be one of these horrible tenant stories that we hear about where they live there for months and months and months without paying rent and destroy the place. These are the decisions. Do I sell it now and lose my down payment? Do I rent it and still on top of that invest $1,500, $2,000 a month every single month on top of that? This is the dilemma. They got two choices to make, these pre-construction buyers, and neither one is good. That's real life for thousands and thousands of condo buyers here in the city across the GTA. It's not an abstract thing. It may be for you because it's not your world, the condo. It's news to you, right? We hear all sorts of news stories. It's abstract, doesn't really affect us. But this is affecting a ton of people. This is where the condo market is today. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, really simple. There's a link up here to my calendar. Below this video in the description, there's a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. We'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the condo numbers. Folks, check out this updated 2-bedroom condo in Markham. The video is at the end of this video. So this show is all about condos. I've got average sold prices for Peel Region condos, York Region condos, City of Toronto condos, condo apartments only, not condo townhouses. Let's get started. We're going to start off with the City of Toronto. For week ending June 19th, 216 condos were sold. Looking at that, I would say sales are kind of flat. I'm always trying to find a trend. I would say sales are kind of flat. 216 were sold. 25 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price, although it's up from the previous week, it went from $731,000 to $739,000. I would say overall, the last 2-3 months, prices are trending down when it comes to City of Toronto condos. Compared to last year, 1739 is 6% lower year over year. The median price is 4% lower. When we look at the dotted line, that's a 4-week moving average. It also makes it easier to spot a trend. If you look closely, it's not by much, but average prices are trending down. Median price and average price. It's not aggressively trending down, but over the span of 2-3 months, we could see prices trending down a bit. 216 were sold, 26% sold at list price or more. That percentage is slowly, gradually trending down. Listings, excuse me, 966 were listed. That number is down from the previous week where we listed 1,100, but 966 is one of our stronger weeks that we've had over the last, well, all year actually. Active listings is the real story here. There are thousands of condos just in the City of Toronto unsold every single week, and that number is climbing. For week ending June 19th, 5,699. So 5,700 condos are unsold at the end of the week. And that number is climbing, trending up. When we look at the sales that we had, so I'm going to go back one, 216 were sold. That's only 3.4% of all the condos available for sale. So if you're coming on the market or you're trying to sell your condo, understand every week only 3.4% are actually selling. Months of inventory, way up there, pretty much predominantly a buyer's market, 6.1 months of inventory. That's the whole city. Let's look at Toronto broken down into different neighborhoods. I have 9 different neighborhoods here. And just to point out some where you see the difference, because 6.1, that's the whole city. But, look at Scarborough, for example. 29 were sold. Months of inventory there is 4.2. At the top end of a balanced market. Etobicoke, 26 condos were sold. Average sold price is almost 700. 5.5 months of inventory. Downtown Toronto, that's the lion's share of condo sales. 57 condos were sold. Average sold price is 750. Months of inventory is 8.9. All the city of Toronto, 6.1. Just downtown, it's 8.9 months of inventory. 2,207 active listings, available condos for sale. Only 2.6% of all condos available in downtown Toronto are actually selling. Let's look at York Region condos. 36 were sold, just like the previous week. 2 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price trending down. It's now at $688,000. $688 is 5% lower than what it was a year ago. The median price is 3% higher. Prices are trending down. 36 we said were sold. Only 17% sold at list price or more. Listings, 159. Active listings, 853 are available for sale. Months of inventory sitting at 5.5 months of inventory. The other side of a balanced market. We're now into a buyer's market. Here's Peel Region condos. Sales are trending down. 26 were sold. 1 of those was at $1 million or more. Average sold price did go up a little bit. It went from $607,000 to $610,000. $610,000 is actually 1% higher than what it was a year ago. The median price is 3% higher. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. I guess I'm talking too much. Median price 3% higher. The dotted line shows that, which is the 4-week moving average, shows that prices are trending down gradually. 26 were sold, 27% sold at list price or more. Listings, 136 were listed. Active listings is 802. That number is trending up. Of those 802, 3.2% are selling every single week. That's not a lot. 3.2% is not a lot of condo sales versus the amount that are actually available for sale. Months of inventory sitting at 5.8. Quick summary here. It's pretty clear. Lots of big colored boxes here. We are in a buyer's market across the GTA when it comes to condos. That doesn't mean, and it's not a given, that your condo won't sell. It needs to be marketed properly. It needs to be presented properly. It needs to be priced properly. And you can still get the sale you want. All it means is it's way more challenging today to sell your condo than what it was a year or 2 ago. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Folks, you're about to see the inside of Unit 910 at 9500 Markham Road. It's located directly across the street from the GO train station. Lots of updates, new kitchens, bathrooms. This is 900 square feet unit, 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, parking and locker. Have a look.